It might seem like a pipe dream, but did you know that according to some estimates, we might see our first human settlements on Mars within your lifetime? Crazy, right? In fact, SpaceX's latest Starship update suggests that we might see cargo ships arriving on Mars by 2026 and humans arriving shortly after. Let's hold on a minute. Before we send our first brave astronauts on a one-way ticket to the Red Planet, we've got to consider the very big question. What do they do once they get there? How do they survive and thrive on a planet so drastically different from our own? Spoiler alert, it won't be easy. It's going to require some seriously next-level tech. So buckle up, space cadets. It's time to blast off on a journey to discover how we'll survive on Mars. First stop on our survival checklist: life support. Humans can't survive in the harsh Martian environment without a reliable life support system. When I mean harsh, I mean really harsh. Mars has no liquid water on the surface, an extremely thin atmosphere, and temperatures that can plummet to insane lows. To combat this, we'll need habitats that can keep us alive and safe. Thankfully, NASA and other space agencies are already hard at work designing just such habitats. Take, for example, the Bigelow Expandable Activity Module, or BEAM, which NASA is currently testing. The BAM is a module that can be inflated like a giant balloon to create a massive living space for astronauts. Or Google the Mars Dune Alpha, a 3D printed habitat designed by the University of Cambridge that mimics the structure of a desert. Termite mound to regulate temperature and conserve energy. But wait, there's more. We'll also need to grow food on Mars to ensure our astronauts don't get vitamin deficiencies or worse, starve to death. Enter vertical farming. This cutting-edge method of agriculture is already being used on Earth to grow fresh produce in urban environments. And it's perfect for Mars because it uses less water and space than traditional farming while producing way more food. Plus, it's super high-tech. We can use LED lights to ensure our plants get the perfect amount of illumination and monitor everything from the nutrient levels in the water to the temperature of the soil. Okay, we've got food and shelter covered. But what about all that pesky radiation? As I mentioned earlier, Mars doesn't have a global magnetic field like Earth, which means that cosmic rays and solar winds just stream on in. Luckily, we've got some ideas for how to protect ourselves from these harmful particles. One is to create radiation shielding around our habitats using water or regolith. The dusty material that covers the surface of Mars, we can also develop new materials that are naturally radiation resistant, or even engineer microorganisms that can help absorb radiation. Just one more thing. What about those pesky meteorites? Mars has plenty of them, and they pose a constant threat to our astronauts. The good news is that we can detect incoming meteorites using radar systems, and then blast them away with our trusty defense systems. Okay, assuming we haven't been zapped by radiation or crushed by a meteorite, we still need to find ways to keep ourselves entertained. After all, there's only so much stargazing one can do before it gets a little boring. Fortunately, we've got some ideas for keeping busy on Mars. We can set up virtual reality centers, where we can experience anything from a Martian sunset to a trip to the Serengeti Plain. Or we can engage in some good old-fashioned human activities like painting or writing. Who knows, we might even discover some new Martian hobbies. In the end, surviving on Mars will require nothing short of ingenuity and grit. But as we continue to push the boundaries of science and technology, we'll be one step closer to making this dream a reality. So keep dreaming, keep innovating, and who knows, maybe one day soon, we'll all be living on Mars. So, what do you think? Is colonizing Mars humanity's inevitable destiny, or are the challenges too great? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to learn more about the incredible world around you.